Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how you can change the glass, a broken glass on a Samsung A90. I tried to search on the YouTube, but I couldn't find any videos, so I thought like, okay, let's make a video on it. I hope you like this video. So let's get started. So the first thing what we need to do is like heat the back panel. You can use a heat gun or a metal plate. I am lucky enough to have a metal plate, so what I'll do is like I'll just put this one on a metal plate, the heat metal plate, for 5 to 8 minutes. Okay, so let's wait. Okay, so now I have heated this one for 5 to 7 minutes. So what we need to look for is like a small opening from here. Yeah, once we get that small opening, what I normally do is I'll just use some isopropyl alcohol, a little bit, few drops, and I can just pry up this one, pry up a little bit. Yes. Okay, so it takes a bit of time to, once you get used to it, it's not a bit the A20, A30, A50, A70, A90, they are all the same. I think the only difference between A20, 30, 50 is like that's plastic and this one is glass. So just be, take extra care. Because it's glass, just take extra care so that you don't break it. Like I've done like the A20s, you can be a bit of rough on A20 and A30 because they are more of a plastic, so you can but with A90 you need to be very careful, yeah, because it's glass. And you just take your own time, like don't rush through the job because you don't want to break the glass. I know the glasses are not that expensive, but still, like, you just need to be careful not to break it. So once you get some opening, as you can see here, uh, you can just lift a little bit. Yes, and that's exactly what we are looking for. Now once you, so basically that's what the back looks like. That's the lens, so we don't need that anymore. And then like this is, as you can see, uh, now you just need to undo these screws, so let's do it. Okay. So just make sure like all the screws are you put all the screws somewhere so that you don't miss anything. Now if you look at the structure, it's pretty much, it looks like the A20, A30 and A70. uh, the only difference is like this one is a bit more expensive. Just take your time. Yeah, it's quite a few screwdrivers, sorry, quite a few screws here. but you just need to be patient and just remove it very patiently. Okay, only a few more screws to go. Let's see. I do know, like, they do sell like this the battery operated one, which may do your job easier, but if you're a professional then you need that. But if you're not a professional, if you do like once in a while, or you're just trying this for as a hobby, uh, you don't need this one, the battery operated one, which takes like few seconds to do it. Okay, so once we get onto this one, we can just lift this bit here. Just be very careful. Okay, that bit is off, so you just keep it here. Okay, now the first thing what I would disconnect is the battery. So that's the battery connection. So the first thing I would be disconnecting is the battery. So done, that's battery is disconnected. Now let's go back and remove these bits, a few more screws here, and use a nylon spudger to lift the bottom bit. Maybe you can just lift it from here, and okay, so that's the second bit what we got, so we just leave it there. And once we have done that, now there are a few more ribbon cables. We can disconnect this bit, disconnect this bit here, and also we can just disconnect this bit here and this bit here. Just make sure like you just keep it organized so you don't lose anything. And yeah, that's the battery, that's the charging port here, and that's the motherboard over there. So the next step would be to disconnect the camera here. Samsung's, they're pretty good. Like all their screens looks like Legos. You just need to remove everything, put that back onto the other screen. It's pretty straightforward with the Samsung. That's the charging port, so I'll just disconnect this bit here. Also this bit here. Now what I'm going to do is remove the bottom part. There are 3 screws, so I'm just going to remove the 3 screws here. 1, 2, and I think that's where the 3rd screw is. Okay, that's the black one. Okay, so that bit is done. Right. Now if you look at this bit here, I'll just zoom in a little bit. So that's 1 more screw, that's from the top side, so I'll just use the other section here to put everything there. Okay, now I don't think we got anything else here. Yeah, I didn't find any video on YouTube, so even I'm just doing this for the first time, so I don't know where the screws are, so I'm just working my way. So just I hope you bear with my thing, because okay, yeah, this is lifting, that's good. Okay, so that looks like the motherboard. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to do is like the SIM tray. You need to remove the SIM tray. That's why the motherboard is not coming. But now I think it should be perfect. So look at that. That's so tiny, the motherboard. Okay, so that's the motherboard here. The next bit I need to remove is the charging port. Okay, so that's I think that's a fingerprint scanner, so I'll just leave it there. Now we have to remove this charging, that's the charging port and the cable, and we just leave it there. And the final thing we need to remove is the battery. Let's do the battery now. So with the battery, the best thing is like use like isopropyl alcohol, use it in the corner and leave it for a few minutes, like let it settle in. And what it does is like it just breaks the glue. So let's put that one for a few minutes here, and then I'll use like a sesame tool, this one, to lift it. So once it lifts it, that's whether we can remove the battery. Okay, let's try now if we can. Yeah, the Samsung, what they have done is like they just put like a hard glue at the bottom. It's pretty, yeah, it's coming off, but it's takes time, you know, like so what I'll do is like I'll just create a little bit of opening, and I'll just take some help from by putting some alcohol here so that it just breaks in. Okay, now once this is done, yeah, now we can use like a spudger, the nylon spudger, and lift the battery. You don't want to puncture the battery because the battery is very important thing. Yeah, they do like they do put like a pretty hard glue on here. So that's the battery. So pretty much we have pulled out everything from the screen. Now let's look at the new screen, how the new screen looks like. So that's our new screen. So I'll just open up. It's a service pack, the Samsung service pack. So if you look at this, it looks pretty similar to what we have removed from here. So let's put everything back onto that new screen. So first thing first, we remove the plastic from there. There's one more plastic. We just removed that plastic bit here, and also there is one more plastic, so I'll just remove this bit here. Okay, and that looks pretty much same to that one. Okay, let's put aside this one, and just make sure, like, because this is the first video on YouTube, just make sure like you're not missing anything. So this is the old one, this is the new screen. So I'm just checking what else are we missing. So I'm pretty sure we're not missing anything. So let's put everything back. So the first thing what I would do is like I'll just put the motherboard. So that's our motherboard here. Okay, let's put this motherboard back here. Okay, that's perfect. The second thing what I want to do is the charging port, so that can go in here. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. That just went there. Now don't forget the small bits, like that's the camera which came from here, so that's plugged in. Now this bit was, I don't know what this is, but let's put this one back. Okay, that's gone. And the next thing which needs to go is the battery, so I'll just put that one back. Okay, and now what I'll do is, like, I'll just get the screws back on. So let's get the screws back on. So there was one, okay, let me, okay, that's gone. Okay, so that's the two screws which went in. That's done. There is one more black screw which is here. I am going to put that one back. That goes here. Perfect. Now the charging port. There's one more screw which needs to go here. Okay, now the best way to see, like, if we need to put some screws on is, like, see, that's one there, one there, one there, one there. So I think we are pretty much that's a good idea, so that you can just put that one back. That's done. Now what I'm going to do, once we are happy with this, why don't we plug it in here? That's both done. Now one more connection here. Okay, so we got this one here. Just try to remove this one and put that one back here. That's pretty solid connection there. That's done, that's done. Just make sure, you know, like, take your time and make sure, like, you have you did put everything there. Now one thing I want to put that one back is, like, the SIM tray. I'll just put the SIM tray back in. Okay, now there's one more cable. Yeah, that small cable needs to go, so that one goes, main cable, and that goes perfect. That clipped in perfectly. Now just take your time and just make sure, like, you got everything there. Now I think the next step is this bit here. Let's do it. Okay, now one thing someone reminded from behind is, like, the battery connection. I completely forgot. So that's my cameraman who was reminding me. Now once we connect the battery, I think it's a we can just test the screen. Try to turn it on. Okay, that's pretty much hold the button for a few seconds, and this is what you get. Let's wait for this to upload and just make sure, like, you know, everything works, because once we close it, we don't want to open it again. And these screens are, because it's a new phone, the screens are a little bit expensive right now, but the price will come down. But it's a pretty good phone. Now I don't have the password, so we'll just check the numbers. I think I'm pretty happy with this. And Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Let's put everything together. Now let's get this one back. The thing I like about Samsung is like they are pretty straightforward repairs. I know the screens are expensive, but the repairs are pretty simpler. It's more of like a putting a Lego together. You just need to join, take all the things from the old thing, put everything in the new one. So it's pretty straightforward. Okay, now what I'll do is like I'll just put all the screws back in. Make sure it just aligns properly. I hope you can see everything. Now I'm just recording this video so that I don't miss anything, so that you can watch everything, because there's no video on this phone. So, and like if you like the video, please don't forget to like us, subscribe us, and share with your friends, because it will motivate us to make more videos and to help each other, because if I don't know any repair, I just go and watch the other people's video. So it's all about helping each other, and that's the final bit that can go here. Now with the Samsung screens, I found like it's pretty straightforward, and also like the failure rates are, you hardly see any issues with the Samsung screens, whereas like with some other aftermarket screens, you do have some issues, uh, Oppo or iPhones. But with Samsung, I found this pretty straightforward. Like normally they don't have any issues. The success rate is pretty good with the Samsung screens. I know they're pretty expensive, but I think it's all about what you pay, what you get. Okay, now a few more screws and we are almost done. Okay, that's it. Two more screws. Okay, so I think we are pretty much done. Just make sure like all the screws are tight enough. Right, so let's see. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now the last thing we need to do is close the back cover. Now one thing I do like when I do the repairs is like use this mat. So if you don't have any screws here, that means you have done a good job. So I don't have any screws, that means like it's a perfect job. Now the final thing what we need to do is like put this one back on. uh, if you look at this, just put some glue at the corners, and then like you can just stick it back. So let's do it. Now what I want to do is use I might be using like something like this. I want to use this one. It's a double-sided tape. So I'll just show you one side how I can do it. So Now I just need a, so basically what you do is like you just stick this in the corners like this. Okay, let's get more tape here. Okay, let's get the corners. Yeah, you can, this double-sided tape is not that expensive. You can pick up from you know, online stores, or you can pick up from a, you know, like a repair shop. It's not that hard to get this one. Okay, so what I'll do is like I'll just put this one here at the bottom, and maybe okay, now just use this bit here. I just want to use like the last one on the top so that okay, done. So now let's, what I can use my fingernail to remove the top bit. Done. Now if you have any questions regarding Samsung or even this repair A90, I'm based in Melbourne, Australia, and if you like to know, if you want to get some screens, I can help you out with getting a screen. So you can contact me directly through comments or message. Okay, so that's double-sided tape. Now I have removed it. Now what I need to do is like I just need to align it properly onto the cameras and make sure, just make sure like everything sits properly. Yeah, like a lot of the one more recommendation I got from one of my technician friend, he said like once you put the glue in, just heat this one little bit so it just sits perfectly on the corners. But to be honest, like, you know, this will do the job, and that's, if you look at this, that's perfect. Okay, hope you guys like the video. This is for the Samsung A20. If you like us, if you like the video, please like us, subscribe us, and please share with your friends so that we can make more videos. Thanks for watching.